It's an early morning hunt out here in some Port Blakely land. I noticed that I walked this road yesterday and something went by and made some parallel little scratch grooves in the ground. You can see the dirt kicked back. And they did it, I don't know, every 50, 100 yards, something like that. It's not, exact regular intervals, but I'm not sure what did that. There are two marks parallel to each other. I know deer will do a scratch on the ground, but I don't know what this is. So, if you have any idea, found some more old bear damage. But you can see this is definitely old. You see our bear ripped into there and ripped into there. But I also found lobster mushroom. These are interesting. Never eaten them. I've heard they can parasitize the wrong kind of mushroom, but they're really pretty looking. And they're a sign that chanterelles are on their way. Found some fresh bear sign here. You can see how there's only a couple fir needles in there. These fir needles are just now dropping their needles in August. They're changing their needles out. So there's not a thick layer in there yet. That's pretty recent. I found a log that's even more fresh. It's been ripped open by a bear. You can see there's just barely any needles on there. This could have even happened last night. This is what I've been calling bear bug diarrhea. I think this is bear poop. It's very wet and slimy looking. It's what I imagine bear poop would look like after they've been eating nothing but bugs, grubs. But not an expert, so let me know what you think. What does everyone think this is? Looks like some kind of strange fungus of some kind. It's weird how it's all perched up in the air. Kind of looks like something came out of the rear of some animal, but I think it's probably some kind of fungus. It's very weird. More bear bug diarrhea. It's so gross. It's really great consistency. This is actually my favorite part of bear hunting, chanterelle season. And I think we have the year's first little chanterelle starting to come up over here. So I welcome anybody's suggestions you have for me, but what I've been doing is I look for signs of bears, like all the stumps, logs, heavy activity, fairly fresh, torn open, and then I will find a good area kind of near that, and preferably downwind of that area. Just sit and wait and listen, because bears, from what I've heard, are not quiet. But like I said, last year I hunted probably 80 to 100 hours and did not see or hear any bears. I found plenty of bear sign, but did not see or hear anything. I started bear hunting in September last year, and then this year I've started in August, right when the season opener is. I'm doing kind of a similar strategy where I go around looking for bear signs. But then now I found all those logs and I'm just sitting by those right now. But I'm often torn because I wonder, is this just where the bears used to be and they're not here anymore and I'm wasting my time, or would my time be better spent cruising by places with lots of berries? Any feedback you guys have, I definitely welcome. There's a barred owl watching me. Let's see if I can zoom out to see him. He's right there. You can see him in the tree. Hello, barred owl. Trying to get a different angle on. There you go. You can see him staring at us with his eyes. There you go. Oh, the little birds are mad at him. Oh, get out of here, predator. We don't like you. Alright, I got a different angle on the barred owl. Kind of see him better. Hello. Poor barred owl can never take a break without some animal being pissed off at him. Something came through here recently. Maybe to come down to this little creek to get a drink. There's Devil's Club here. It's broken off. The leaves on it are still green. It's barely even wilted. Something came right through here. Something large and destructive. Deer usually don't do that. So, I'd say either a person or a bear. Do any of you ever wonder how awesome it would be if you could have a sense of smell like a bear or a coyote or something like that? I often do. I think my job would be so much easier if I could track things by sniffing them out. Because so far, I'm not having the best luck finding the bears. But I'm seeing signs. Just no bears. No current bears. I'd like to find like a really fresh poo pile from a bear. That would make me really happy. Alright. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. Here's a poo pile. And I'm gonna say bear poo. Very fuzzy, but not super dried out. It's got bug parts in it. I don't know how long it takes for bear poo to grow fuzz like that. But it's a nice formed pile. What do y'all think? How old do you think that is? Alright, I found this spot. Looks fairly fresh, but it's kind of small diameter hole. I almost feel like this is a raccoon doing this and not a bear. Older, but more bear poo. I feel like the farther down the slope I go, the older the sign looks. Older poo and older activity on stumps and things like that. I haven't seen anything newly ripped open down here. There's a lot of marks in the duff. Footprints, let's say. Like this. I'm assuming they're bear prints. You can see my hand next to it. Where bears come through and step there and squished it down. There's a lot of marks like that. More older signs. Here. 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 Lots of logs ripped open down here. This is a really cool stump remnant here. It's got like swirly green patterns to it. You can see that. Swirly greeniness. And of course, Douglas squirrel decided to eat a cone on top of it. There's also a freshly torn open log by a bear. Just a few needles on it. Very few fur needles on it. I found a treasure right down here. Looks like a felling wedge somebody lost. Scotsco. Still got some life left in it, definitely used and worn. Oh, never mind. That's pretty. That's a big felling wedge. Does not have much left there. It's really thick. Maybe not so much of a treasure after all. No wonder somebody left it. I can probably still use it though. I'll take it. Alright everyone, we did it. First truly fresh bear poo. You can see just a couple fur needles on it. It's a mix of bugs and berries. You can see all the seeds in there. Part of me wants to touch it to see how warm it is, but that would be pretty wretched. Oh, I really want to know though. Can't tell, but very fresh. Within the last 24 hours, I'd say. Well, no bear. Did find that very, very, very fresh poop though. I'm out of time for the day, unfortunately. It's almost noon. But I'm probably going to just go back to that spot any chance I get to try to see if I can be there, right time, right place, and keep an eye out for fresh poops. Bye.